Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve. I just wanted to come on and say hi. I want to welcome all my new subscribers, and I realize I have a lot of people that view my videos that haven't subscribed. So if you see something you like, please subscribe so you can, and hit the bell so you can be notified. I don't get many views, but like I said, my heart is pure, and I'm doing and talking about the things that I like and hope other people like as well. I don't ever want to pretend to be something that I'm not. So who you see is really who I am. And that's it, and that's all for me. But anyway, I wanted to come on and again offer support to the Bahamas. You know, I see a lot of people, and I don't know, it's something about life where if you have, you can give, but if you don't have, you can't get nothing. And it's kind of sad. It really, they need to get that out the street. Somebody gonna get hurt with that. But anyway, you know, like stores, a lot of times they get merchandise that they don't even pay for, and then a poor working class person try to get what they got, and they paying their money for something that they can't afford, and they getting it free and they can afford it. I'm just, you know, and I know that's marketing, I know that, but sometimes when they want to market with the rich, sometimes get to the poor as well, and I'm sure they do. I'm not privy to all that information, but if I was able, and I am going to donate to the Bahamas, but if I was able, I'd send truckloads of goods and supplies that they need. I would, because that's who we're called to be. When we were commanded to love one another, it's in heart, it is in deed. It is. So if you could do something to help somebody, especially somebody that's in need, you know, and I see, you know, like you got a person 6, 7, 8 kids and they struggling. You'd rather go help a person that every time you see them, they flying away. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. If they're able to fly away, God bless them. But man, you want to send and help them, but the poor, unfortunate people, she shouldn't be having all those kids. I don't know. But anyway, also Kevin Hart, prayers out for Kevin Hart. And I saw where after the accident, they moved him. And I'm hoping by them moving him that they didn't do any type of you know, make his condition worse, because you know, after certain accidents they tell you that don't move that person. But my prayers are going out to him as well, and then those in the Carolinas and a portion of Virginia, Georgia. You know, that's why every day we ought to go through life loving on one another like that may be our last time seeing each other, because guess what? And in reality, it's the truth, because no one knows the day or the hour when the Lord is going to call them. So I try to think about that. And I had a classmate to pass. They say he graduated in my class, but I thought he graduated a year earlier. But anyway, suicide, veteran. It just saddened me because I had seen him. And I had seen him in Walmart, I never forget, on the bread aisle. And I made him, he said, "What's your name?" And I told him what my name was. And he's like, "Oh, okay." But he didn't remember me. But back in the day, he tried to talk to me. But I could tell that he was preoccupied. But he was suffering from PTSD, I think. And then I remember my cousin by marriage, the last time I saw him, we were in a grocery store together, and I didn't want to disturb him. I saw him, and I think that was him in the front of me. I didn't disturb him, but that was the last time I saw him in person. But I had spoken with him prior to that. But you know, death and dying is inevitable. But my prayers are to people who are suffering from devastation, from loss during a hurricane, loss of a loved one, spouse. LaShawn Daniels, I remember after seeing him on Tamar and Vince, I went to his page because I was very impressed with him. I remember he was 38 then, I think, maybe. I can't remember, but I have a nephew that's has a beautiful voice. So I contacted him and told him to view my nephew's video record. He probably never did get a chance to do it because he worked with some of the best. But I did that anyway, because that, you know, when I put it in when it's put on my heart to help somebody, that's what I do. So, you know, yeah, it's not always monetary that you can help somebody. If you can give them the resources or show them the resources to help themselves, that's still helping. If you could ever put a person in a better situation, like I saw a girl on, her approach was not right though. On a live the other day, she was saying, please help. We don't have anything, we're in a hurricane or something like that. I think that if you come off like that, people don't, I don't know. We ask not because we have not to. Like Real say, I ain't gonna come to you and say, will you pray for me? If my family hungry, could you give me some money so we can get something to eat? So I guess, you know, dire circumstances call for dire action. I don't know, y'all. It's just, you know, you pray that you're doing the right thing and you're not overlooking people that needs the help. That needs the help. So, you know, we all make mistakes, we all learn, and nobody's perfect. You know, my heart goes out to people. Sometimes you can't always help, but prayer still works. So if nothing else, you all in my prayers. We are our brothers and sisters keepers. We all in this world together. We need one another. We do. And until people stop being so arrogant and so self-serving and just think that everything is about them. Sometimes, you know, I remember, so like sometimes at church when we go up for prayer, like we'll say, sometimes step out of yourself and pray for somebody else. And sometimes in your intercessory prayer for other people, you be blessed. Anyway, y'all, I don't know. I'm just praying. I'm just keeping the world, the hearts and the minds and the souls of people in prayer. So y'all have a blessed day. It's Friday Eve. Go somewhere and be great. Let your light shine. Lift somebody up. And be blessed. Bye. Hey y'all. Headed home, but I thought I'd come on real quick and just talk about something. Y'all, it is so hot. Oh my God. But I wanted to come on, and I'm not a beggar, but they say we have not because we ask not. But I'm not asking for myself. I'm coming on behalf of those people who are living in the Bahamas. And I was reading one of the guys, one of my friends on Facebook thing, and he was saying that, you know, you go to the Bahamas and you visit and you stay in a nice resort and stuff. He's saying some of those people living in poverty. And to think that you're living in poverty and then you lose all you have, and then you barely have the resources to keep that, and you've lost what you have. And it's, they interviewed a lady, and I'm gonna put that the link down in the description box. I'm driving from home, from work, but I'm gonna put that link there. And the lady was saying that the water had gotten so high to her husband. She say the water had gotten up to her husband's shoulders, I think she said, or his neck or something she said. But she said a man, they came with 10 more people. And she said if they wouldn't have opened their home up to those people. Now, mind you, I'm sure when they opened that door up, that water, you know, the water level increased. But he opened the door to let those people, she said they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have survived. She said some people lost their limbs. And you know, I say it all the time. We are our brothers and sisters keepers. When one of us hurt, we all should be hurt, and it's always so sad. So the first thing I'm gonna do is donate. But you know, my concern is now, who do you donate to where the people will actually get the resources they need as quick as possible? Because you know, you read all those different articles about when you donate, they don't get it. They go here, go there, got to go through all this to get, you know. I remember when we had one of those storms, and I had wanted to donate some stuff. It was brand new clothes, and I don't know something. Well, was I able to drop it off? I can't remember. Oh, I did. I dropped it off at this place here locally. Yes, I did. And I'm not the richest, I'm not the poorest, but you know, if I remember one time the lady who handled the finances at church, she said it's not the ones that with the big incomes that give. She said, you know what, the majority, she said, you know what you could depend on? Those people that get those once a month checks, those little ladies, that they check $700 every month is coming to the church. They pay their tithes. But I mean, I mean, what can we do? You remember after Hurricane Katrina, they had buckets. They were sending with stuff to send over. We need to do something. I just saw some feel-good stories. This little young black boy, he took his money he was saving to go to Disney World, and he went and bought 100 hot dogs and little bags of chips, and had his little sign saying to the evacuees that was coming through, he gave them a hot dog, some chips, and a drink. I thought that was so sweet. We have to teach our kids to have compassion. Quit always being about me, myself, and I. You know, when God blesses us, he blesses us to be a blessing. You can stunt your own growth by being selfish. You really can. So I'm gonna do what I can. I you know, it's just sad. And to see that young lady that cried, we need help. And the lady was saying people that lost limbs, and one guy tried to save his mom or his son or something he couldn't get. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's please keep him in our prayers, and God is able. He can change things. So, it's a lot. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.